Hello friends, good morning to all. We had discussed about the types of sets and operations on the sets, and also we had discussed about the examples up to exercise 1.4 in the previous videos. Let us discuss about the complement of a set and its properties and De Morgan's laws, and also we will discuss about the examples of exercise 1.5 in this video. Let us discuss about the one more type of the set, that is complement of a set. So what is the definition of complement of a set? We'll discuss about it. Let us see the definition of complement of a set. Here we say that the set of all the elements which are present in the universal set, which is denoted by capital U, but they are not present, means those elements which are not present in the given non-empty set A, that is called the complement of a set, and it is denoted by A dash. In short, mathematically we can say that A dash equal to X such that X belongs to U but X does not belongs to A. Let us take an example. Here we say that in the universal set elements are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and set A, which is non-empty set, and it contains the elements 1, 2, 3. So here we say that elements 4 and 5 are present in the universal set U but not present in the given set A. So its complement of a set A dash contains the elements 4 and 5. Now let us discuss about the complement of a set. So here we say that elements are present in U but not in A. So it is according to difference set. A dash is denoted by U difference A. Now we take the union of A and A dash. From the above we can see that A union A dash is universal set U. The intersection of A and A dash, they are disjoint set, so it is null set. Complement of universal set is null set. From the above we see that complement of U dash means there is no element, so we say that U dash equals to null set. Now we take the complement of null set. Complement of null set does not contain any element, so its complement contains all the elements which are present in the universal set. So complement of null set is U. And if we take the complement of a set, so if we take the complement of A dash, then it contains the elements 1, 2, 3 and they are present in A. So A dash whole dash is A. Let us discuss about the De Morgan's laws, which are dependent on the complement and simultaneously operations on the sets which are union and intersection. Here first De Morgan's law is a complement of the union of two sets. It is intersection of the complements of both the sets, means A union B whole dash equals to A dash intersection B dash. And similarly the second De Morgan's law is intersection of A and B whole dash is A dash union B dash. Let us discuss about the examples of exercise 1.5. The first question of this exercise, that is set U, means universal set contains first 9 natural numbers, set A contains first 4 natural numbers, set B contains first 4 even natural numbers, and set C contains 4 elements which are 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we have to find the complement of set A, that is denoted by A dash. So here set A contains 4 elements 1, 2, 3, 4. So the A dash is elements are present in U but not in A. So the elements are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Similarly B dash means elements are present in U but not in B. Then here we have to cancel the elements 2, 4, 6, 8 from the universal set. So remaining elements which are present in B dash, that is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Now we have to find A union C whole dash. So first of all we will find A union C. So A union C contains the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So A union C whole dash will be only 3 elements, that is 7, 8, 9. Means the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are present in U but not in they are present in U. So remaining elements 7, 8, 9 are not in A union C. So A union C whole dash is 7, 8, 9. Now we have to find A union B whole dash. So first we have to find A union B. So A contains 1, 2, 3, 4, B contains 2, 4, 6, 8. So A union B will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. So the elements are present in U but not present in A union B. They are lying in the A union B whole dash, and those elements are 5, 7, 9. Now we have to find the complement of a given set. It means we have to find a dash whole dash. So here we have a dash is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now its complement. So we have to consider those elements which are not present in a dash. So they are only 1, 2, 3, 4. So and they are present in set A. So here we say that complement of the complement of a set, that is a dash whole dash equals to A. Now we have to find B difference C whole dash. So here first we find B difference C, means elements are present in B but not in C. So 2 is not present in C, 8 is not present in C. So B difference C will be 2, 8. Now we have to write the complement of set B difference C. So the elements are present in U but not in B difference C. They are only 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. So those elements are lying in the complement of B difference C. So B difference C whole dash is 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is 9. Let us discuss about the next example of this exercise. Here U contains the elements A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. We have to write the complements of the following. Means here set A contains only 3 elements A, B, C. Then its complement will be the remaining elements which are present in U but not in A, that is D, E, F, G, H. Similarly, B contains 4 elements D, E, F, G. So here first 3 elements are not present in B, which are A, B, C, and last element of U is also not present in B, that is H. So here complement of B contains the elements A, B, C, H. Now the third sub question is C equal to A, C, E, G, means C contains 4 elements. Now we have to write its complement C dash. So the elements present in the universal set U but not present in C, which are B, then D, then F, and then H. So complement of C contains the elements which are B, D, F, H, and then D as the elements A, F, G, H is first element and last 3 elements. The elements between A, F, G, H are not given in set D. So here we get the complement of D dash, which contains also 4 elements, and they are B, C, D, and E. It means here D equal to A, F, G, H. Then its complement D dash has the elements B, C, D, E. Means here A dash is D, E, F, G, H. B dash is A, B, C, H. C dash is B, D, F, H. And then D dash is B, C, D, E. Let us see the next example of this exercise. Here universal set is set of natural numbers. Then we have to write the complements of the following. Here set A is given by property method, that is x such that x is an even natural numbers, means set A contains the elements which are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on. So in set builder form we say that its complement will be x such that x is an odd natural number and the elements are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, up to infinite. Similarly here second question is that set B contains x such that x is an odd natural number. So here A dash equals to B, that is 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. So you want to write its complement, then B dash is x such that x is an even natural number, so that is A, and elements are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on. Similarly here we take the third question, that is set C. Set C contains x such that x is a positive multiples of 3. It means in set builder form it is given. If we want to write its complement in set builder form, then C dash will be x such that x is not a positive multiple of 3. X is natural number. So here we get the elements which are 3, 6, 9, 12. These elements are not present except them. The elements are 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11, and so on. Then fourth sub question is that set D, which contains the elements x such that x is a prime numbers and prime numbers are present in natural set. So we have only one even prime number, that is 2. The other prime numbers are odd, and which are 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23 and so on. So d dash will be 1, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14 and so on. Means here we say that in set builder form, except 1, the numbers which are divisible by the number itself and one more elements. Then the next one is that set E, where x such that x belongs to n and x is divisible by 3 and 5. It means 3 and 5, so numbers are divisible by 15. So set E contains the elements 15, 30, 45, 60 and so on. So its complement is it is x such that x belongs to n, and here we say that x is not divisible by 15. So the elements are 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 14, 16, 17, 18 up to 29, 31, 32 up to 44 and so on. So it can be written as x such that x belongs to n and x is not divisible by 3 and 5. So here we say that x is not divisible by 15. So here we get a dash equals to 1, 3, 5, 7 up to infinite, b dash is 2, 4, 6, 8 up to infinite, c dash is 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8 up to infinite, d dash is 1, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14 up to infinite, and e dash is x belongs to n, x is not divisible by 15. In the same example, universal set is set of natural numbers. Then we have to write the complements of the following. Here f equals to set x such that x is a perfect square. We know that 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25 and so on. So here we say that f contains the following elements, which are 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36 and so on. So here f dash means in set builder form we can write f dash is x such that x is not a perfect square. So in that the elements are 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12 up to 15, then 17, 18 up to 24, 26, 27 up to 35 and so on. Then set G, it equals to x such that x is a perfect cube. So 1 cube is 1, 2 cube is 8, 3 cube is 27, 4 cube is 64, 5 cube is 125 and so on. So set G contains the elements are 1, 8, 27, 64, 125 and so on. So here its complement will be in set builder form. We say that g dash is x such that x is not a perfect cube. So elements are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12 up to 26, then 28 to 63 and so on. Then we have set h, that is x such that x plus 5 equal to 8. Means if we solve this equation, then we get the value of x equals to 3. It means h contains only one element, that is 3. So here h dash can be written as 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 up to infinite. Otherwise we can say that all these are natural numbers, only 3 is not possible. So h dash equals to n minus set 3. Similarly, I equal to x such that 2x plus 5 is 9. Again we solve this equation, then 2x will be 4, so x equal to 2. It means I contains only one element, that is I equal to 2. So I dash will be 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 up to infinite. Means that only 2 is not possible. Other all natural numbers are possible. So we want to write the complement of I, then it can be written as I dash equal to n minus set 2. It means f dash is x is not a perfect square, g dash is x such that x is not a perfect cube, h dash equals to 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 up to infinite, that is n minus set 3, and I dash equal to n minus set 2. In the same example, means a universal set is the set of natural numbers. We have to write the complements of the following sets. Here set J is given by x such that x greater than or equal to 7. Set builder form is given, then its listing form is 7, 8, 9, 10, up to infinite. So J contains the elements 7, 8, 9, 10 up to infinite. So its complement will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and its set builder form is x such that x less than or equal to 6, x belongs to n. Now the next sub question is that k equal to x such that x belongs to n and 2x plus 1 is greater than 10. If we solve this inequality, then we get 2x greater than 9, means subtracting 1 from both sides. So x greater than 9 by 2, that is 4.5. In short, x greater than or equal to 5, because x belongs to n. So k contains the elements 5, 6, 7, 8 to infinite. So its complement will be 1, 2, 3, 4. The next question of this exercise, that is fourth question. Here universal set contains the elements 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 9, means first 9 natural numbers. Set A contains first 4 even natural numbers, that is 2, 4, 6, 8, and set B contains the elements which are 2, 3, 5, 7. Here we have to verify the De Morgan's law. De Morgan's law we know about it, that is the complement of the union of two sets gives us the intersection of the complements of both sets, and second one is that complement of the intersection of both sets is the union of the complements of both sets. So here first we take A union B whole dash, then A is 2, 4, 6, 8, B is 2, 3, 5, 7. So A dash will be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. These elements are present in U but not in A. Similarly, the elements present are in U but not in B, which are 1, 4, 6, 8, 9. So here A union B, from set A and B, A union B will be 2, 4, 6, 8 and 2, 3, 5, 7. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So its complement will be only 1 and 9. So A dash intersection B dash, both sets contains the common elements are also 1 and 9. So from these results 1 and 2, we can say that A union B whole dash will be A dash intersection B dash. Similarly, now here we have set A, set B, set A dash and set B dash. So from the set A and set B, first we have to find the common element. So in both the sets, common element is only 2. So here we say that the intersection of two sets A and B, that is A intersection B, it equals to 2. Now we have to find its complement. Then we have to take the union of two sets A dash and B dash. Here second property is by mistake written wrong. A intersection B whole dash, that is A dash union B dash. Here I had done mistake and I wrote A dash intersection B dash, but consider it, it is A dash union B dash. So here we get A intersection B, that is 2. Now we want to write its complement. So that is A intersection B whole dash. So except to all the elements which are present in U are present in the complement of A intersection B, that is 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the first result. Now we take the union of two sets A dash and B dash. A dash contains the elements 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and B dash contains the elements 1, 4, 6, 8, 9. So the union of these two sets, that is A dash union B dash, equals to 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So only 2 is not possible in this set. So from the results 1 and 2, we compare them, then we can see that both have the same elements. So by 1 and 2, we can see that A intersection B whole dash is A dash union B dash. The next question of this exercise, that is a U equal to set of all triangles in a plane. So in this we have the elements right angle triangle, isosceles triangle, right angle isosceles triangle, scalene triangle, equilateral triangle, acute triangle, obtuse triangle. All these are possible in the universal set, and set A contains set of all triangle with at least one angle different from 60, means it is greater than 60, otherwise less than 60. Then what is the complement of this set? So obvious that here we can say that the complement of this set will be all the angles are of 60 degree. It means here we say that all the angles are equal, then all the sides are also equal. So here we can say that the complement of this set is set of all equilateral triangles, that is the A dash. Next question of this exercise 1.5, question number 7, fill in the gaps. A union A dash, we know that by the properties we can write A union A dash is U, and A intersection A dash is null set because there is no common element, and A union A dash contains all the elements which are present in U. Then phi dash intersection A, phi dash gives us the universal set, so U intersection A gives the set itself, means U intersection A equals to A. Then U dash intersection A, U dash gives us the null set because there is no element. U contains all the elements, then it complements does not contain any element, so U dash equals to null set, and U dash intersection A, it will be null set intersection A. Null set does not contain any element, so it is null set. Hello friends, we had seen all the examples of exercise 1.5. Only one question is remaining, that is question number 5, because it is dependent on the Venn diagrams, and still we had not discussed about any Venn diagram. So now it is required to discuss about the Venn diagrams and how can we draw the Venn diagrams. Let us see about it now. First we see the Venn diagrams. See here the first Venn diagram. Venn diagram is in a rectangle, means a rectangle shows the universal set, and in that a circle shows the set. Here in a circle there are three elements 1, 2, 3. Here the elements of set A, and the rectangle contains the elements 4, 5. So they are present in U but not in A. So they are present in A dash. So the outer region is considered as A dash and the circle is considered as set A. Now in second Venn diagram, all the elements 1 and 2 are present in set B. So here set B contains the three elements 1, 2, 3. Set A contains two elements 1, 2. So it shows the subset A subset of B. Then third diagram shows that the two sets intersect but all the elements of both sets are present. So it is the Venn diagram of A union B. Fourth shows the Venn diagram of the intersection of two sets A and B, because only this region is darkened, other is not darkened. So it is the Venn diagram of A intersection B. The fifth diagram shows that two sets A and B but both are disjoint, because the intersection of these two sets is not shown in this diagram, means they are disjoint. So intersection of these two sets is null set, then we say that they are disjoint set. And in the last Venn diagram, here we can see that the elements are present in A but this region of A is not possible, which includes B. So it is A difference B. Next seventh diagram shows that the elements are present in B. This is shown by the slant lines, otherwise horizontal lines, but the region of B which is included in set A is not included in this diagram. So here we say that the elements are present only in B, they are not present in the intersection of both sets. So here we say that it is also not present in A. So this diagram shows the diagram of B difference A. Then the last diagram shows that the elements are present only in A and B but they are not present in the intersection of both, means here we say that they are present either in A or in B but not in both. So they are present in the union of two sets but not in the intersection of two sets, that is symmetric difference set of A and B. Now prove the following results by the Venn diagrams. Here first is that A difference B equal to A intersection B dash. So here first we consider the left hand side. A difference B means elements are in A but not in B, we had seen earlier. Now B dash means all the elements which are present in U but not in B, so only B is blank. Then A intersection B dash means only the elements which are present in A, and B dash means we take the union of these two diagonally, then it is the last figure. From the first figure and fourth figure we can say that both are equal. First figure shows the result 1 and fourth figure shows the result 2, means by 1 and 2 we can say that A difference B is A intersection B dash. Similarly here we can say that B difference A is also B intersection A dash, means here instead of A we darken the part of the set B, that is B difference A. Now we have to prove the symmetric difference set by the Venn diagram. So here symmetric difference set, we know that A difference B union B difference A. B difference A, we had already seen the Venn diagram of A difference B and B difference A and the union of them. Now here we can take the union of A and B, that is union B all the elements which are in A or B and or in both, and A intersection B only that part is darkened where the common elements are given. So the difference elements are present in A union B but not in intersection, so the intersection part is empty and other part is darkened, that is called symmetric difference set of A and B. Then we have to prove the distributive laws by the Venn diagram. So here we take the first distributive law, that is A intersection B union C equal to A intersection B union A intersection C. So here first diagram shows these elements which are in A, second diagram shows that the B union C, means here common A intersection B union C, common elements they are A and B and A and C, so only this part is darkened. Now right hand side is A intersection B union A intersection C. So first A intersection B, common elements of A and B are shown, and second diagram shows the common elements of A and C. So if we take the union of both this diagram, then we get the elements which are in present A and B, otherwise A and C. So from the diagram 3rd and 6th we say that the result 1 and 2, so respectively. So by 1 and 2 we say that first distributive law is satisfied. The second distributive law is that A union B intersection C equals to A union B intersection A union C. So here first diagram shows the elements which are present in A means it is diagram of A. Second, B intersection C means the elements are common in B and C, so only this region is darkened, otherwise the horizontal lines are shown in the region B and C. So by the combination of first and second diagram we get the third Venn diagram, that is the union of A and B intersection C. So whole set A is darkened and only the common region of B and C is darkened, that is the first result. Now we have to take the diagram of A union B. A union B means all the elements which are either in A or in B, otherwise in both, means only those region is included where C is included A and B. And similarly A union C, so elements are A and A, otherwise C, otherwise in both, so only those region is darkened of C of B, that is present in A and C. So now the intersection of these two sets, so obvious that set A is included for both and that common region which is included B and C. So from the diagram 1 and diagram 2 both are same. Prove the De Morgan's law by Venn diagram. So De Morgan's laws are A union B whole dash equals to A dash intersection B dash, that is the first law. It is shown in the Venn diagram. So here first we have to draw the Venn diagram of the union of two sets A and B. So first diagram shows the union of two sets. Now we take its complements, means elements are in the universal set, means they are in rectangle but not in the circle. So circles are empty and the other part is darkened. So it is the Venn diagram of A union B whole dash. Then we take A dash and B dash. So A dash means A is not possible, all other elements are possible which are in U. So all except A, all whole the part is darkened. And then similarly B dash, then B is not possible, other elements of U are possible. So here B is not darkened, other elements are darkened. So if we take the intersection of these two, so obvious that again the elements which are not in circle are possible, means that the elements which are in universal set but not in A, otherwise B, otherwise in both, they are not present. So it is the outer region of the circle. So diagram 2 and 5 shows the same result, means A union B whole dash is A dash intersection B dash. Let us discuss about the second law, De Morgan's law by the Venn diagram, that is A intersection B whole dash is union of two sets, union of the complements of two sets, that is A dash union B dash. So here first we have to show the Venn diagram of A intersection B. So our left hand side is A intersection B whole dash, then A intersection B means that we have to darken that region where common elements of A and B are given, that is the first diagram. Then its complements means we have to remove those elements which are present in both A and B. So only those elements are present, they are in the rectangle and circle A and B, but common region is not included, the result is 1. Then we have to take the Venn diagram of A dash, means only circle A is empty, other elements are included of the rectangle. Similarly if we take the Venn diagram of B dash, then only circle B is not darkened, other elements are also darkened from the rectangle. So diagram 3 and diagram 4 shows the Venn diagrams of A dash and B dash respectively. Now we take the union of them, so only those region is not darkened where the elements are common for both the sets A and B, all other elements of the rectangles are darkened. This shows the A dash union B dash, so both are equal. Friends, here when we have to show the Venn diagram where A intersection B is not null set, B intersection C is not null set, C intersection is not null set, but A intersection B intersection C is null set. So here right hand side we have the diagram where A intersection B intersection C is not a null set, and left hand side we have the diagram. See here all these three sets are passing through a common point and there is no common element. So here we say that A intersection B intersection is null set, but other intersection of two sets is not a null set. Hello friends, we had discussed about the complement of a set, then its properties, and then we had discussed about the De Morgan's laws, and then we had solved the examples of exercise 1.5, and then we had seen Venn diagrams. So from the exercise 1.5 only one question is remaining which is dependent on the Venn diagrams, but in all these examples of Venn diagram we had discussed about it, so you can solve this question by yourself. So now we will discuss other things in next video. Thank you very much.